The FNAF timeline has always been messy, to say the least. Lots of people have a different understanding of exactly when each game takes place, but if I had to pick one that is most likely to cause an argument, it would be FNAF's sister location. I still see a lot of people fighting about when exactly the game takes place, so I'm here to hopefully clear up some confusion. So, to get started, I think we should first figure out when in the timeline Circus Baby's Pizza World opened, which, in case you didn't know or forgot, is not the same as Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rentals, aka the place we are in sister location. Circus Baby's Pizza World is the place Elizabeth Afton died in. Because of this, it was shut down and instead became Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rentals, an underground facility where people rented out the animatronics for birthday parties and whatever else. Now, let's take a look at some of the context for Circus Baby's Pizza World. We know William specifically built the Funtime animatronics to lure and capture children, with his main goal being obtaining Remnant. This means he knew about Remnant and how to extract it, meaning Circus Baby's most likely opened after the missing children's incident in 1985. From Hand Unit's speech, we can safely assume it was also before the opening of the new and improved Freddy's that opened in 1987, as he only mentions the unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's and doesn't say anything about a new one opening.
Due to the massive success, and even more so the unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, it was clear that the stage was set, no pun intended, for another contender in children's entertainment.
Now, I believe some people, the people that think Elizabeth was the one that died first, might argue that it must have been opened in 1983. The crying child saw Circus Baby kill her and that's why he's scared of the animatronics. So I just quickly want to explain why that's not true. Basically, William would have no reason to have even built Circus Baby, as he probably wouldn't know about the existence of Remnant. But even if he did, he was still running Fredbear's and possibly Freddy's with Henry at this time, which would offer him a perfectly fine place to conduct his little experiments. He wouldn't feel the need to open a completely separate location. I also want to mention that the only real evidence we got of Elizabeth's death happening before the Bite of 83 is that when the crying child goes into a room, she's just not there. And I mean, she could literally be anywhere at this time. We don't see William in the house either, even though we know he's definitely still alive at this point. Anyway, with that out of the way, I think it's safe to say that Circus Baby's Pizza World opened sometime around 1985 to 1987, although I think it closed pretty quickly due to Elizabeth's disappearance. So, now we should actually get into when sister location takes place. First of all, I want to clarify that I believe in the molten MCI theory, which suggests that the souls and remnant of the missing children were melted together and injected into Funtime Freddy, who, along with the other Funtimes, would later go on to be Molten Freddy. So, once you think about how exactly this would happen, I feel like the pieces fall together pretty well. William had to somehow collect the remnant of the classic animatronics, which is what we see happen in the Follow Me minigame. He goes into the pizzeria and dismantles all the robots one by one. But wait, doesn't he die in the safe room that same night? Well, when I said one by one, I meant that over the course of 5 nights, William destroys all 5 of the animatronics, one each night, except that on the 5th night he is cornered and ends up dying. Which actually begs the question, is Molten Freddy only possessed by the main 4 animatronics? I mean, William may have destroyed all 5 of them, but he couldn't have injected the last robot's remnant into Funtime Freddy since he died that night. You might say, William did not survive 5 Nights at Freddy's. Anyways, my point is, if all the classic animatronics were destroyed and left without remnant, then FNAF 1 absolutely cannot take place after sister location. Even if someone fixed them, they wouldn't have souls anymore, therefore wouldn't attack you. So I believe it's now safe to say that sister location takes place not long after FNAF 1, sometime around 1993 to 1994. Just one more thing I wanted to clarify, people like to bring up the odor in the FNAF 1 Notice of Termination, saying that it's because of Michael's rotting body, meaning he must have been scooped already. Well, I think we should remember that FNAF 1 was originally meant to be just one game. I don't think Scott had sister location planned at this point. And also, just listen to this tape from Help Wanted.
You can always tell when a company is getting ready to fire someone. They start giving out written warnings for silly things. Making sure to build a paper trail and make a case for a firing. Things that normally no one would care about suddenly become grave offenses, all worthy of being written and documented.
I think this was meant to clear up that the odor thing was just another reason to fire Michael. It didn't mean that he was a rotting corpse. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing because it really means so much to me. Bye bye!